Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hebah Alkhaldi, a PhD researcher from University of Leeds. It's my pleasure to come here to the conference and attend to share my PhD thesis. I'm doing a PhD thesis at the University of Leeds. It's about security in cyberspace and electronic commerce. It's about the laws of Kuwait and policies. And today I'll be talking about Kuwait cybersecurity, legal challenges. So in my presentation today, I'll be talking about cybersecurity. So I'll discuss what is cybersecurity. After that, the institutions involved in regulating cyberspace in Kuwait. The third point will be about the laws and policies to regulate cyberspace, mainly like cybersecurity. And after that, the shortcomings of laws and policies, as well as suggesting some solutions. This presentation will be derived from my PhD thesis. I'm nearly finishing up my thesis, so I'm toward writing up the conclusion of the thesis at the University of Leeds. So first of all, in his book, Code and Other Laws of Cyberspace, Lawrence Lessig said that online security can be achieved using different measures such as laws, technical security measures, and expertise in the field. So why cybersecurity is important? It forms the basis of trust and confidence in the legal system, in the country, and in the businesses on its own. So it's also important to grant safe use, ranging from different uses of the cyberspace, from communication to commercial transactions. Therefore, trusting the system will encourage using of the different uses of cyberspace, and cybersecurity is fundamental for such use. For this research, the security governance includes laws and policies. I wrote up, I don't know if you have looked to the biography of my name in the CERC website. You can see at the end that I wrote COVID-19 pandemic legal challenges to the cyberspace and e-commerce. But the COVID pandemic showed that the cybersecurity issues and trust in the legal system was a major shortcoming in Kuwait, and the legal system failed to respond to these issues. So we have three main institutions in Kuwait, government institutions in Kuwait to regulate the cyberspace and security, mainly CITRA, and let me take a chance to thank CITRA for inviting me to this conference. CITRA is the Communication and Information Technology Regulatory Authority. It has a great role in regulating cyberspace through policies and other type of regulations. It formed the National Cybersecurity Strategy, which was made in 2016 to 2020 to regulate cyberspace. I'll be talking about this vision shortly. And after that comes CBK, the Central Bank of Kuwait. Central Bank of Kuwait has a great role in cybersecurity. It launched an e-payment regulation for banking sector, which is one of the major regulations to cybersecurity in the banking sector. ECCCD, it's the Electronic and Cybercrime Combating Department, which is governed by the Ministry of Interior. It's it investigates and follow up with cyber crimes in Kuwait, and also we have CATE, the central agency in Kuwait. So these institutions are all have a positive role in regulating the cybersecurity. But what we miss in Kuwait is that there are no adequate cooperation between these institutions and other institutions in Kuwait. So what we need is a further cooperation between the government agencies or institution to grant the cybersecurity of Kuwait as a whole, but not only each institution by its own. We need to see the cybersecurity as a national security instead of securing each institution on its own. After that, the problem of cybersecurity in Kuwait, that there is a damaging gap between the law and technology. The causes of the gap are like a long list. It's caused by the technology fast development. So the laws are, like the laws of Kuwait were launched on 2014 and 2015. And then the technology is developing every day, and the laws cannot keep pace with this fast technology. We lack some expertise. I know that there are very good expertise in Kuwait and so many institutions in government, but we need more expertise, as well as keep training those expertise. Not only like stay at the same level, but we want to keep developing everyone. And awareness. Awareness is also fundamental, and it's the topic of the conference this year. Awareness of cybersecurity should start from schools, not only from expertise in institutions and on government basis, because security is starting from the individuals. And we know that everyone is using internet, everyone is using the cyberspace, so we need to start from schools to raise awareness. So laws and policies. Here is the list of the laws and policies to regulate the cyberspace. We have law number 20 concerning electronic transaction, law number 63 combating information technology crimes, the CITRA National Cybersecurity Strategy, and the CBK resolution on e-payment. So for these laws and regulations, policies as well, to be fair and effective, which is the key point, like laws alone on paper, it's not enough. We need to have fair and effective practice, and these laws alone are not adequate. They are not enough. We need reforms to the laws. I kept the presentation simple because I know some of the audiences are not from legal perspective, but the laws has number of deficiencies, such as privacy. It lacks privacies. It lack also security measures. We need reforms of the content itself of the laws. We need to explain procedural aspects of the law, because the law, for example, the cybercrime law, it lacks procedural explanation. And we need a support from the institutions of Kuwait to support the laws. Not only having laws on papers, it's not enough. For example, to follow this, we need to have a national cybersecurity center. In the policy of CITRA, the National Cybersecurity Strategy, one of the major aims was to have a national cybersecurity center. But as you can see, it's 2021 and there is no center in Kuwait for cybersecurity. I know it requires lots of work, expertise, and lots of government cycle issues. But we need to form the National Cybersecurity Center as soon as possible, because it's a key institution to gather all the institutions, all the entities together. Also, the private sector can benefit from such center, I mean the National Cybersecurity Center. How to respond to these cybersecurity issues? I followed UK policy technique to respond to the issues of cyberspace and cybersecurity. So we need to pursue the criminal activities, and this can be followed by criminal law, which is law number 63. We need to focus on cybersecurity in this law. After that, we need, the criminal law comes at the top level of combating cybersecurity threats. After that comes preventing the cyberspace threats by having law to arrange transaction online. We can't control the cyberspace without the cooperation with the state and the institutions. So to protect the cyberspace, we need enforced self-regulation. This can be seen as a CBK resolution of the e-payment, as well as the CITRA's National Cybersecurity Strategy and the National Cybersecurity Center. After that comes the prepare stage, which is self-regulation. This can be seen as a social level solution and business level. So social can be followed by raising awareness campaigns from schools until the highest level within institutions and governments, as well as companies and businesses can enforce self-regulation techniques to the company itself, to protecting the company itself by having security measures. So, as discussed, how to overcome the problem by reforming laws, policies, and continue to train the expertise and sending people to educate them about cybersecurity. And lastly, raising awareness. Thank you very much for listening.